than never, as they say. It is Friday night live improv from New York City with a cast of crazy characters, and we're going to do some improv for you. Thank you for joining us on a Friday night. I know you have a lot to do, so thanks for being here. Hey, the first thing we're going to do is a storytelling game called Goon River. Now, before we got started, we polled our studio audience, and we got a big event for a small town. So our big event is a new bowling alley being built in Goon River. Goon River, give me a State of the Union. Let's put it in one of the states or provinces.
It's in Providence, Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. It's Goon River, Rhode Island. So welcome to Goon River, Rhode Island. And today our storytelling Goon River is going to be about the day they put in the new one-lane bowling alley. And let's start with you, Sandi.
Thank you. I am the town newspaper chief, and I carried the reporting from construction on to completion of the new bowling alley. How they picked the pins, the colored balls, and the state of the art new age shoes. No more team together. We are high-tech, multicolored, modern.
How lovely. What is your name?
My name is Gloria.
Gloria. Thank you, Gloria. Oh, that's so interesting from the newspaper. Let's go to you, Steve.
Yeah. My name is Herman Hamilton, and I'm a farmer just outside the town. And yeah, I remember when they put that bowling alley in, they wanted to buy some of my land, so they gave me a good price. They did, but they took up more land than they said they was gonna. One lane bowling alley sure take up a lot of land, I tell you.
That's a real surprise. Well, thank you, Herman. Beth Ann.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. I am Felicity, and I am the school teacher, and I see that this is going to be nothing but trouble. The children are going to be cutting classes. They're going to be going and hanging out at the bowling alley, picking up all sorts of bad habits. I'm not for it at all.
Thank you, Felicity. Yes, bowling is with a capital P, and that stands for bowling. B, that rhymes with pool. Sorry, tried to go for a reference there. How about you, Barry?
Thanks, Scotty. Skip McCall here. I had the batting cage concession for the bats over there down on 64th Street, and when I heard that the one-lane bowling alley was coming through, I had to get the shoe rental concession, and that's what I got, guys. I got all the shoes. I got all the shoes that you want, and now I'll sanitize all of them, of course, but any size, in quarters and halves and fulls.
Dynamite. What'd you say your name again? Was it Skit and Call?
No, I'm Skip McCall.
Skip McCall. I thought it was Skit and Call. Skip McCall. Gotcha.
Oh, Scotty, you crazy guy.
You bet it is. JL.
Hello, I'm Sally Annie McGillicuddy, and I guess I'm kind of what you'd call a homebody. My grandma taught me to sew, and so I do all of the alterations for the town. Somebody's getting a little bit bigger and needs her clothes, her skirts lengthened or her clothes taken out or taken in. I'm hoping that that there'll be like leagues at the bowling alley and that I'll get to make bowling shirts. That would be something really challenging. Or even just to write people's names. My sewing machine will do that. Or I could embroider them by hand even, because I'm pretty good at hand embroidery. So I'm hoping that I can get some business to have a little extra spend, a little pin money to put away.
Oh, you will. And last but not least, Dawn, tell us about yourself.
My name is PJ, and I'm a kid.
You're a kid?
I am so excited they're going to have a bowling alley, because right now, the only thing that they have is a playground, and I am really tired of going down those stupid slides and the swings. They don't work right, and you could kill yourself on the seesaw.
You absolutely can. You absolutely can. Hey, I would like to fast forward in time a little bit to the day that the bowling alley opened. I know you all remember that day and all the huge events that happened in that day. So let's get into the lead into that day. Tell us more about the day that the bowling alley opened, Felicity.
As I predicted, attendance was way down in class. I even had to go and hunt down PJ and bring him in. I could not believe that he was headed down there because he's always been such a good student. I'm going to have to bring this up to the town council. I'm going to have to bring it up at the Parent-Teacher Association. I'm not that fond of public speaking.
Oh. You said it was going to happen, and by golly, it did. How about you, Herman? Tell us about the day that the bowling alley opened.
Well, I tried to get some of that money back, so they'd forgotten to put up a parking lot. So I actually took some of the fallow field right next to the bowling alley there, and charged people $10 a car to park, and they wanted to park. That was very odd.
Sure.
Yeah, well, I made back about half my money though, so I'm happy with that. All
right. How about you, Gloria? You are certainly in the know in Goon River. Tell us about the day this thing opened up.
That is correct. I had my pen and notebook poised as they had the ribbon cutting ceremony, not just for the bowling alley, but for the parking lot. Parking cars were lined up to get in, parked row by row, and inside I was able to get a quick sneak peek. The balls were lined up, but I noticed the ball retriever track did not have a good ledge.
Oh.
And who knew how unsafe that would be? PJ, the little rascal, followed me into the bowling alley.
Well, let's go to PJ then. You followed her into the bowling alley? Tell us about that day that it opened.
Yes, I did. And I'll tell you something else, which is even before it opened, like about a week ago, me and my friend, we actually jumped over the partitions and we went inside. We went down there in the basement, and there's all kinds of stuff down there. There was like a steam shovel thing, and there was like a thing like a tractor. You could sit on the tractor. It was really a lot of fun. But don't tell anybody, because we're not supposed to have been down there in the basement of the building as they were building it.
You really should not have been down there. Not only was it unsafe for you, I mean, it's unsafe for the building at the end too. That's very questionable. Sally, Annie, let's talk about the day that it opened. I know you had big plans for your embroidery business. How did it go for you?
Well, thank you. Thank you for asking. I had a little bit of business. One league has formed so far, and I did get to make their shirts. They were fairly just, a plain cotton. They weren't anything fancy, but that was exciting. And so I didn't want to join the league because I'm no good at bowling. I've never practiced that.
Sure.
But I wanted to go. So I was hoping that Felicity would go with me, but she kind of disapproves of the bowling alley. Because I wanted to go. I mean, I hoped, since it's right next door to Herman's house,
Somewhere around there, yeah.
that maybe Herman would be there, and
One
that
never
would be nice.
knows.
But I didn't want to go by myself that first day, so I just stayed home.
Oh, you.
I might go in the future.
Well, I certainly think you're. I certainly think because you did go. Well, and we'll come back to that because we're in the future now. It's opened. It's opened already. We're talking about the thing that happened. Hey, Skip, tell us about the day that the bowling alley opened.
Oh, I would really love to. I'm kind of a marketing genius with the batting cage that we had down on 64th Street. I was able to rent all those bats at any time. And so I brought my marketing genius over, and I said to myself, how do I get, the word out about my shoes? And what I did, the very first day now, y'all, what I did was that I sent shoes over to the newspaper woman at Black Gloria, because she looked like she could look really well swell in them number 9 suede bowling shoes, and over to Felicity, I sent her a whole line of them Lady Gaga bowling shoes. I know she'd really like them, and that Annie girl, I don't think she ever showed up that day. I'm not sure, but I know that I sent her several pairs of bowling socks. So I figured spreading the good word around, and then I found that PJ going down into that basement.
He's a troubled kid. All right, I now here's what I want to do.
Well, wait one second. I just want you to know that I think Herman is trying to get my concession on the shoe.
Well, I'm going to go to Herman in just a second. Now, everybody, I want you to think way, way back to the day when everything happened. Remember, it was the day. It was the day that the bowling alley opened, and everything happened. The thing happened, and Herman, you just got mentioned, so I'm going to go to you first. Tell us what happened that day.
Oh, that was painful, I got to say. That was painful, I tell you.
Painful.
It was painful. Yeah, so evidently there was something wrong with the ball return.
That's correct.
Yeah, and them bowling balls just getting stuck, and the kids was just throwing bowling balls down there.
Yep.
And it got overloaded, And I was out in back of the building, and one of them balls came flying out and hit me in the head.
What?
Yeah, painful, man.
And is that how you died?
Well, when one gets hit in the head with a 16-pound bowling ball, I think so.
Oh my God, that's tragic. Well, you know who I want to talk to? PJ the kid, because that sounds like the crux of this. PJ, tell us about the day that it all happened.
Well, I had nothing to do with it. I didn't do anything to that ball return thing at all. And when Mr. Hamilton got hit by the bowling ball, I said I'm gonna try and help as much as I can. So I knew that downstairs in the basement that there would be a whole bunch of different medical supplies and stuff. So I ran as fast as I could down, if you will, up to the stairwell. And I run down the stairwell. And I was running down the stairwell. I tripped on my laces and I tumbled over many, many times. And I ended up hitting the ground and I died.
Wow, that's awful. Okay. Now, Felicity, I know that you were against this from the very beginning, so I'm not even sure you were, but you were there, right?
I did go over there. I had to go over there. I had to save the children. And when I saw PJ tumbling down the stairs, all I could do was dive after him, and I wound up tripping over his body and hitting my head on that tractor that he had been down there messing with. And then, you know, I tried to stand up and I smacked my head on a pipe, and that's all I remember.
And, oh my goodness. Well, Skip, you were looking for Felicity that day. What happened to you?
Well, I got to tell you, I saw them bowling balls flying out of that machine.
Sure.
I mean, it reminded me of Nam. They were just flying back and forth, and I had to take cover. I didn't know where to go. I threw on my suede 10.5s from Nike.
Sure.
And I started running down that one alley. It's just that one alley, and I tripped and I fell right into where the balls and the pins go, and that retractor came down on me and just strangled me.
Oh God, it's awful. Wow. Okay. So, Sally, Annie, let's have a chat. You made your way to the bowling alley that day.
I did, because even though Felicity had said she wouldn't go with me, I wanted to see if Herman was there. And so I got there, and there was all kinds of noise.
Sure.
and people hollering. And I got really scared, but I went inside and it was dark. It's like the electricity had gone out,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't see a thing. And I was trying to say, hello, is anybody? And I tripped over this, it must have been a bowling ball.
Oh no.
But I couldn't see in the dark, and I tripped over it. And then something hit me in the head as I fell. I don't know if I fell on one of the edges of one of those thingies where you sit and put your scores in, or I don't know. That's all I remember.
Oh my goodness. Well, okay, we're going to go to the person who knows everything about the town. Gloria, tell us what happened that day.
Well, as you know, always with my notebook and my pen, taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
I was asked to throw the inaugural ball for the center. So,
oh dear.
As I picked up the ball, my fingers started swelling inside the ball. There was something there that irritated my skin. And as I stepped back to begin going forward, I realized I don't know if the ball will leave my fingers. And I threw the ball and it didn't leave my fingers, and it pulled me down and my neck got stuck between the pins and I strangulated. And
quick question, did you happen to see Skip McCall there? Because that's how he died too.
I did.
Yeah, he's oh my goodness. All right, that is all the news from Goon River. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Hey, it's Friday night. It's live. It's Improv from New York City. And we're going to be back with more in just a couple of minutes. So you hang in there. We'll be right back.